Welcome to Afrijots. Today we narrate the story of the hyena's shadow. At the end of the story, we'll reflect on the valuable lessons it teaches, the hyena's shadow. Once upon a time, in a sunny savanna, lived a hyena named Django. Back then, in his younger days, Django wasn't exactly a good guy. He loved playing tricks and causing trouble with his friends, Moyo, the sneaky jackal, Nia, the grumpy vulture, and Kumi, the messy warthog. They were the naughtiest bunch in the whole savannah. But as Django grew older, something changed. He started feeling really bad about all the mischief they'd caused. Stealing food, scaring animals. It wasn't fun anymore. Django's heart ached with regret. Django was driven by a deep desire to make amends. Django, burdened with the weight of his past, roamed the savannah. His heart was heavy with regret for the many wrongs he had committed. The days when he and his accomplices ruled the land with fear were now a painful memory. They had stolen food from other animals, betrayed trust, and caused chaos wherever they went. Each sunset brought haunting dreams of his past deeds, and the shadows of his former life seemed to follow him relentlessly, a constant reminder of his past self. With a newfound determination, Django set out to distance himself from his past. He sought forgiveness from those he had wronged and began to assist other animals, hoping to rebuild his tarnished reputation. But the road to redemption was not an easy one, and the shadow of his past deeds cast a long, dark cloud over his every move. One fateful day, Django stumbled upon an ancient baobab tree while scavenging for scraps. Kazi, the wise old tortoise, sat under the tree, sheltering from the hot sun. Kazi, known for his wisdom and understanding, was a beacon of hope in Django's dark journey. Desperate for guidance, Django poured out his heart to Kazi, confessing his sins and expressing his desire to change, his voice cracking with despair. Redemption is a difficult path, Django. It takes more than just wanting to be good. You must prove your change, not just with words, but with deeds. The shadow of your past will always be with you, but it does not have to define you. Django looked up, hope flickering in his eyes. So there's a chance. Kazi smiled. Always. Remember, even the smallest step forward is a step away from the shadows. Kazi's words filled Django with encouragement, and he pressed on with his reformation. He helped a wounded antelope, guided lost travelers, and even shared his food with those in need. Slowly but surely, the animals he had wronged began to see the change in him. They offered their forgiveness, a sign that his actions were not in vain and that redemption was possible. However, not everyone was willing to let go of the past. Django's decision to reform infuriated his former accomplices, Moyo the jackal, Nia the vulture, and Kumi the warthog. Django's change of heart sparked a deep sense of betrayal in his former accomplices. Having thrived on the chaos and fear they spread, they couldn't accept his newfound path. Determined to drag him back into their world of deceit, they devised a plan to ruin his reputation. They began to frame Django for crimes he did not commit, spreading lies and causing trouble in his name. Soon, whispers of Django's supposed treachery reached every corner of the savannah. Once again, the animals who had begun to trust Django turned their backs on him. Heartbroken and frustrated, Django felt the weight of his past deeds crushing down on him more than ever. No matter how hard he tried, the shadow of his past was always one step ahead, ready to pull him back into darkness. One night, with the stars twinkling and the moon bright, Django found his old friends, their eyes gleaming with malicious glee. "Why torment me?" he roared, his voice thick with frustration. "I've changed," Moyo the jackal sneered. "Once a villain, always a villain, Django. You can't escape what you are." Nia, the vulture, circled overhead, her sharp eyes gleaming with malice. "You'll never be able to wash away your sins," she croaked. Kumi, the warthog, snorted in agreement. "You'll always be one of us. no matter how hard you try to pretend otherwise. Determined to prove them wrong, Django decided to take a stand. He would not let them drag him back into the darkness. With a fierce resolve, he declared, "I may have a shadowed past, but it is my future that I am fighting for. I will not let you control my destiny. I'll build a brighter future." As his determination grew stronger, Django decided to seek out Kazi's help once more. The wise tortoise advised him to seek out the Great Council of Elders, a group of respected animals who could offer him a chance to prove his worth and truly earn his redemption. The journey to the council was perilous, filled with trials that tested Django's resolve and character. He faced treacherous terrain, dangerous predators, and harsh weather. Yet, with each challenge, Django's spirit grew stronger. Tired from walking alone all day searching for the elders, Django slumped beneath the baobab tree, his breaths coming in ragged gasps. Every muscle ached, and his paws felt heavy as stone. Sleep eluded him. His mind conjured a horrifying vision of the once vibrant savanna twisted into a barren wasteland. The wind howled like a flying evil spirit, whipping the sand into a blinding storm. Django stood alone on cracked and parched earth, a stark contrast to his lush past memories. Nightmares of his past swirled around Django, pulling him into a strange and scary dream. His victims materialized before him, their terrified eyes mirroring the fear he inflicted. Their voices echoed in his head. "Can you ever truly atone for your sins?" The question reverberated through him, twisting into a cruel taunt. "You're a monster, Django. A monster they'll never trust." Django whirled around, searching for escape, but the desolate landscape stretched in all directions. A distorted figure of his hyena form emerged from the sandstorm, its eyes glowing with malicious glee. It was Django, but twisted into a caricature of his past cruelty. Distorted Django. "Foolish hyena, they'll never forgive you. You'll always be a monster." Terror choked Django, his breath catching in his throat as he woke with a gasp, bathed in cold sweat. Doubt took hold of him. Have my efforts been in vain? Will the animals ever forgive me? He wondered. Django stared at his calloused paws, a tear rolling down his cheek. He might not have the answer, but he knew he wouldn't give up on his path to redemption. Determined to show his change, Django noticed a group of young meerkats struggling to climb out of a deep burrow. One by one, he carefully scooped them up in his mouth, depositing them safely on the ground, earning grateful chirps from the relieved meerkat parents. The sun continued to rise, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, a reminder of a new day and a new chance. This small act of kindness rekindled a spark of hope within Django. He knew the road to redemption would be long, but he was determined to continue on his path. Finally, Django stood before the Great Council of Elders in a hidden cave adorned with ancient paintings. A wise old elephant, a majestic eagle, and a stoic rhinoceros. He spoke from his heart, recounting his journey and the lessons he had learned. He admitted his past mistakes and expressed his sincere desire to change and make amends. The elders, impressed by his honesty and determination, granted him a chance to prove his redemption. They gave him tasks requiring him to use his cunning and strength for the greater good. Rescue a family of baboons from a poacher's trap and guide animals to a hidden oasis far north in the savannah. Django, without any hesitation, accepted the elders' challenge. The hot sun has turned the once lush savannah into dusty, arid land. The once plentiful resources of the savannah were dwindling. A severe drought had gripped the land. Animals huddle around dried-up watering holes, desperate to quench their thirst. Django stares with pity at a group of zebras struggling to reach the last drops of water in a cracked watering hole. Their once vibrant stripes are dull, and their bodies lean and haggard. A mother cheetah approaches Django, her eyes pleading. Django, remembering his past cruelty, understands their plight. He offers to help, proposing a risky plan to travel north, searching for a hidden oasis rumored amongst the elders. The zebras are hesitant, some still wary of Django's past. However, desperation outweighs their fear. They reluctantly agree, forming a small caravan with Django as their guide. The journey north is perilous. Django uses his cunning to navigate treacherous terrain, avoiding dangers like quicksand and flash floods. Django's keen sense of smell allows him to track the poachers who set the traps. He navigates a maze of thorny bushes, leading the zebras to a safe path. His powerful jaws quickly work the metal trap, freeing the terrified baboon family. Finally, they reach the rumored oasis. However, a pride of lions guards the watering hole, growling menacingly. Django attempts to negotiate with the lioness leader Penzi, but the lions remain unyielding. Django devises a plan. He distracts the lions with loud barks, rolling in the dirt and mock pouncing. Suddenly, a familiar voice yelped, "Hey, that's our trick." Django looked up to see Moyo, Nia, and Kumi, his old friends. They'd seen Django's good deeds and decided to help. In their own mischievous way, of course. Django is surprised but accepts their aid, and a silent truce forms between them. Together, they distracted the lions long enough for the thirsty animals to get a drink. As they drink, a young zebra foal approaches Django cautiously. It sniffs his paw, then lets out a small whinny. Django smiles gently, offering a piece of fruit he had saved for later. The foal nibbles on it, its eyes wide with curiosity. Django returns from his trials as a hero. He sees Moyo, Nia, and Kumi right behind him. Their faces are no longer filled with malice, but grudging acceptance. The shadow of his past may never fully disappear, but their animosity has softened. News of Django's transformation spread across the savannah. The animals who had once feared and distrusted him now saw him as a symbol of hope and redemption. They watched in awe as Django used his cunning and strength to protect and serve the community he had once terrorized. Django's journey was not easy, and the shadow of his past still lingered. But he had learned that redemption was not about erasing one's past, but building a better future through actions. He continued to strive for goodness, knowing that every step he took towards helping others was a step away from the darkness of his past. Django's journey was a testament to the power of perseverance, the importance of community, and the possibility of redemption, no matter how shadowed one's past may be. Even years later, under the shade of a majestic baobab tree, Django recounted his tale to a young hyena cub. The cub's eyes widened with each twist and turn, his youthful innocence untainted by cynicism. "But how did you know you could change, Django?" the cub squeaked, his voice barely a whisper. Django chuckled a deep rumble that resonated through the savannah air. "It wasn't easy, little one. There were doubts, setbacks, and moments where the darkness threatened to pull me back. But 3 old proverbs kept me going." He paused, his gaze drifting towards the endless horizon. The first, "All errors are amendable," reminded me that even the biggest mistakes can be overcome. We all mess up sometimes, cub, but the important thing is to learn from it and try to make things right. Django nudged the cub playfully. The second proverb, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step," guided me. Changing your ways isn't about becoming a hero overnight. It's about taking action, no matter how small. Helping a lost friend, sharing your lunch, or simply offering a kind word all add up. A gentle breeze rustled the leaves, and Django smiled, remembering the day his former companions, despite their mischievous ways, had come to his aid. Finally, there's the wisdom of, if you want to go far, go together. True change, I realized, required the support of others. Even the most determined loner can't reach their full potential without a helping paw, wing, or claw, depending on the friend. The cub pondered Django's words, a spark of determination flickering in his eyes. Perhaps even a hyena cub with a mischievous streak could become a force for good. The savannah stretched out before them, vast and full of possibilities. Django, the once feared hyena, now a symbol of hope, knew that the future was what you made it, with perseverance, action, and the support of others, one good deed at a time.
This tale of Django's redemption is a mirror reflecting our own lives. We all make mistakes, but the power to change lies within us. Just like Django, we can choose to learn from our past, embrace the possibility of redemption, and embark on a journey of becoming better versions of ourselves. Remember, every good deed, big or small, is a step towards a brighter future, and sometimes, the greatest strength comes from the support of those around us. So, go forth, embrace the challenges, and remember, even a hyena can change its stripes. Inspired by Django's journey of redemption. Subscribe to Afrijots for more captivating African stories that inspire and entertain. Click the bell icon to stay updated with our latest adventures.